my people, my people, my all. Welcome to the Unstoppable Show. And we're here to learn the secrets, those secrets of creating that fun-free and fulfilled life that we all desire and that we all deserve. We have profound speakers with us, experts in the field, and they're here to love on us, to care for us, to nurture us, and to teach us their secrets, their tips, their tricks in what they're doing to be hitting it in the success world. All they ask that you be open to receive. Just receive it. Okay? Don't put it aside and let it gather dust. Take action. Implement it in your lives. We all need these secrets. We all need these tips, these tricks. And they willingly come to share and give it all to us. I must apologize for a late start. We had some technical difficulties, but yet still, we're going to still have a bang of a day. Nothing less than a bang of a day. We're going to get it all. So get your notepad, get your coffee, get your drinks, whatever it is. Yes, go and get it to record your information because they're coming to pour into us. They're already here to give up themselves. And they just want you to be open-minded, be open to receive. And on that note, just know that in life, there'll be obstacles, challenges, stresses, but it's based upon how we respond to those obstacles, challenges, and stresses. And I should know, okay? But at the end of the day, just center yourself, you know, calm and think. And if there's need for help elsewhere, seek it. We're all here to love on each other, to assist each other. We're all here to give of each other ourselves to service and to serve you. So just be open to receive. And if you need help, seek it. All right? And sometime when you can't get the help, just follow the gut feeling. I'm speaking from experience right now. Just follow the gut feeling. All right? Your gut never let you down. The wisdom of the heart. All right. So up we have our first speaker, but it so happened to be a recording. It's from Miss Nilanjana Sanyal, all the way out of India. And I'm just going to delve into a short biography of her. And I must say she's a darling. She just wants love. She's all about love and healing the world and doing the best you can to serve others. And when you speak to Nilanjana, aka Neil, when you speak to Neil, you just get that calm, soft, loving, tender, soothing energy from her. You can't help but to just love her. So she basically practices what she preaches. All right. And on that note, because we're a bit late, I'm just going to go straight into her short bio. So she is a psychologist. She studied at the University of Delhi in India. She has a postgraduate certificate in human rights law, which she obtained from West Bengal National University of Juridical Sciences, Kolkata in India. Neil has a woman writing life changing certificate from Catherine of Siena Virtual College in Ohio. She's also the author of 9 books, both fiction and nonfiction. Most of her writings pertain to the human condition, racism, human bondage, poverty inequality, the progress of nations, the emancipation of both women and man, peace and non-violence. Some examples of her books are like Imagine a Better World, Peace-Loving Nation, Born Free, There's Love in Every Heart. She has been an advisor and ambassador to Catherine of Siena Virtual College in US. She is strongly committed to her cause, and she believes she is strongly endowed, with strong leadership qualities. Yet, like many of us, she has been in relentless search of peace and happiness. Neil, presently, you're here gracing us for a few minutes because of the time zone. And we just want to say to not just you, but to all our guests, our experts here, and all of you viewers watching, a warm Caribbean welcome, because I know some of us are quite cold, so I'm extending some of our sun to you. All right. And you're here because you know you are unstoppable. You're unstoppable. You have that vigor, you have that fight, you have that fire in your belly. There's something more to life than just this. And that is why you're here. You saw the message and you jumped on it. You're here to receive. And we're all here to learn life's lessons, to learn what they have to give us. And as for me, I don't know about you, but I sure I'm going to implement some of these things. Some of the speakers can tell you. They tell me some things and I take action. I am a girl of action. 2021 is the year of action. And as such, we're going to go into the recording of Miss Nilanjana Sanyal. Who is Nilanjana Sanyal? Well, I'm going to tell you a bit about her again, more in depth this time. I'm going to share a story. The woman behind all these accolades and accomplishments, this woman says that the most important person in her life, her ultimate inspiration, is her mother. Her mother. Neil has struggled with enormous, unthinkable emotional disability and physical issues as well. Some of us may say mental disability and so forth and so on. But yes, and as such, her mother, who was trained in philosophy of the, taught her that life, trained in the philosophy of life, taught her that life is beautiful no matter what, and meant to be lived to the fullest. There ought to be meaning in every existence and nobility of purpose. There's a higher calling to all of us. Her mother had passed, sad to say, condolences, Neil. Her mother died. And of course, that left Neil with a strange void and emptiness. It is in the equations of love, forgiveness, tolerance, and understanding that Neil discovered her true calling. Neil was born into a Hindu, Brahmin, upper middle class, Bengali family, and did not believe in any of the man-made differences of religion per se and class, creed, or gender. She did not buy into it. When she was 2 years old, it was related to her that a hermit soothsayer predicted that she was a rare species of woman who would win over the cosmos one day. Of course, Neil would say throughout her life, her journey did not have gainful employment and all these things. So how could she win over, when there was so much lacking and disturbances, right? And due to the stigma and discrimination she faced from some of the biggest names in the corporate world, she said that though India has ratified the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability, the situation remains the same, sad to say. And being a woman with a mental disability is being twice disabled. Neil is passionate about her weak social fabric that exists, which practices severe prejudice, stigma, and discrimination against women, children, senior citizens, and the list goes on. She outlines that suicides, divorces, aggression, and violence, especially sexual violence, are all on the rise, sad to say, of which she is also a survivor of such fate. An attempt to sexually assault her was made. Of course, it was done through the drug of her food. They aim at drugging her food. And of course, this birthed her emotional breakdown, of which was mentioned before. Of course, doctors, the psychiatrist told her she would not be able to do anything after this traumatized experience. But as such, she experienced continuous harassment at work and very difficult premature menopause, the loss of scholarship. It's like everything was going backward in her life throughout this phase because of the low vibration. So all things negative were being attracted to her. But ultimately the loss of her mother was like the big hit for her. And yet she rise. Amidst all of that, she rise. She rose, she persevered, she hang in there, she push on, she have her cause, and now she fights passionately for her cause, right? She is a super achiever, both intellectually, highly intelligent, and creatively. She's a fighter. She's a survivor. Amidst her 20 years of pain, mental pain, physical pain, emotional pain, and suffering, she discovered the joy of being human. A quotation from Jean Vanier. Again, thank you, Nilanjana Sanyal, for being here with us. We really appreciate you. And after that, and hearing a little bit about you there, we would just like to go into some discussion. And I mean, after all of that, Neil, and what you've been through, your sad experience, that detrimental fate of which you could have lost it all, lose your mind, lose your life, lose everything. Because it's not easy to go down that path of being sexual harassed and all these things. I'm bringing up back these things. I'm sorry, but just to get it going, because we have viewers out there who probably are experiencing these things. I would love to know how to proceed, how to get out of that situation and move on. How can they turn that negative into something powerful? I just want to ask you though, what was going through your mind when you were experiencing these things during that phase of your life, that low vibrational phase of your life? Any question? Did you lash out on anyone, on God? I don't know. What was going through your mind?
First thing, Barry and my dear viewers, thank you so much and a warm welcome straight from India, the spiritual India, the heart, the spiritual soul of the world, to the warm sands of the Caribbean, and to the rest of the world. All my love from here to the rest of the world, flowing as usual.
Thank you.
Why me? Why did God pick and choose me for all the suffering? This was what was going through my mind. I was engulfed. I must truly confess, Gary, that I was engulfed with strange feelings of guilt, of shame, of sheer helplessness, of low confidence, of low self esteem, feeling of inner conflict, and so on and so forth. I was wondering how to overcome these. I was constantly praying to God to give me the strength, the courage, and the resilience to overcome these. You raised me up, and I put my faith in Jesus. I told him. I spoke to him. I talked to him. To talk to God, he will tell you. You have to do this, you can do this, and you have to do this. I found an inner strength emanating from within. I could sense that something special was coming from within me, but I must add here that my pain and tribulations. But I have built up certain defense mechanisms to combat these. But my suggestion is, my recommendation to the audience is, talk to God, and He will tell you, you have to, you can do, and you have to do. This is how I built up myself. This is how I picked up myself after all the feelings, after all the strange feelings that had gone through my mind.
So you tap into source, you tap into your higher self and found God, solace in knowing that there's higher power out there watching over you,
Yes,
protecting you. They're there with you no matter what. You still have life. Yes.
yes, absolutely. Life is precious, all of it. Little do we realize it. But then it's actually tapping into the energy, tapping into the absolute energy from the Earth's crust, tapping into the energy of the universe. And I believe that,
Awesome. So, Neil, you mentioned your faith and being able to tap into source and knowing God. Uh, what I would like to know is what connected you to reality or triggered you into realizing that your current situation does not define you. You are better than that. So you say tap into source and that kind of help propel you forward. And it triggers you into realizing that you are better than this. This does not define you, right? Based upon your studies and all of that, you persevered. So was it that connects you to reality? What triggered you really? What triggered you into realizing this? That this situation does not define you?
yes, Yes, so my viewers, my audience will be surprised to know that the confidence levels that had dipped. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
The self esteem that had plummeted were now at a record high. Now they might ask me how. Well, as you said, my study, my accomplishments, my accolades that came my way, they brought in their wake plenty of something called the purpose in life, which had already been instilled in me by my parents and my two lovely lady doctors. I was soon realizing that I was built in for a higher purpose in life.
Yes.
Now, this too shall pass. This is my philosophy. This too shall pass. And this is a very important philosophy.
Oh,
I
yes.
swear by it.
Mhm.
I was like a boxer in the ring of life. I had to get up by the count of 10 by the referee. And I had to tell myself and not the rest of the world that I was better off than my current adverse situation. God will make a way where there seems to be no way. He works in ways you cannot see. He will make a way for me. He will be my guide. Hold me closely to his side. With love and strength for each new day, he will make a way. He will make a way. God has
Awesome.
plans for each one of us. He will make a way. Harry.
Awesome. So you tap into your inner strength based upon what was embedded in you by your mother when you realize you were down and out and what you have to deal with. You realize that, listen, I was made for better. This cannot be it. And with your perseverance
Yes,
and your faith that drives you, it triggered you to realize that, you know, this too shall pass. Powerful term there. This too shall pass.
this is true, Carrie, not just of me, but this should hold true of anybody and everybody. Rise above your present self
Yes.
and believe that this phase will also pass. Nothing is permanent in this life.
All right. Good.
So life is too short, but it is meant to be enjoyed. It's too long or too short, depending on the way you look at it, but
Yes.
it is meant to be enjoyed. And this too shall pass. There's nothing to worry about it.
Yes. Awesome. Well said. Being an expert now in the field of psychology, Neil, with your focus centering on human condition, what are some of the critical challenges you come up against when you're dealing with others or humans? What are some of the things you see others face with that you have to assist with?
Gary, I hate double standards. I hate the way most people say something and mean something else.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the way they nurture gross misperceptions and false perceptions in their hearts. I also, hatred is a strong word. We should start loving. But
Yes.
then sometimes it's not possible to, uh, it's difficult to say this. But then I hate the way many people attach a lot of stigma, discrimination, and prejudice to chronic illness and disability. There's
Mm-hmm.
also on plenty of other fronts. Inequality also breeds pain, it causes pain. Gender, social, linguistic, sexual orientation, ethnicity, orientation, faith, and so on and so forth. I hate racism. I dream of a world free of racial inequality. I hate human and animal bondage. I wish to dart to a world free of racism and bondage, a world free of discrimination.
Yes.
And such a time will come in the history of nations if we all work together.
Awesome. Yes. So we talk about some of these inequalities, the sexual abuse of women, unsustainable lifestyle. How how then can we assist or those persons combat these situations? How can they get out of it, right? And move on with their lives. Do you have any recommendations for them?
Yes, I believe now I have personally been able to combat a number of difficult challenges, a number of difficult circumstances, and I believe that a more empathetic, a more compassionate, read Karen Armstrong's Charter for Compassion in her TED Talks. I suggest that, I recommend that.
Awesome.
Karen Armstrong, yes. Armstrong as in Neil Armstrong, Karen as in Karen.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Empathetic, compassionate, integrative, motivating, and a more holistic alternative. And that is the need of the alternative, is the need of the hour. We have to train an entire generation of mindsets and
Yes.
sensitize the masses at large. We have to invest in our future generations. This is important, our children and grandchildren. We have to invest in ICT, information and communication technology. There is also a need to start a fresh conversation and communicate better. Communications are very important,
Yeah.
especially in the world of post-pandemic world.
Yes.
Now, so it's a wonderful world. I mean, I think to myself, what a wonderful world it is. Remember the beautiful song from Louis Armstrong? What a wonderful world.
Yes.
So I just remember that we can all work together to create for a happier planet.
So we need to be more compassionate. We need to understand the situation of these persons. Be empathetic. Yes.
Absolutely,
Communicate
absolutely.
with them. But when we touch on the communicating part, there are persons who are skeptical of others and think that they should keep everything a secret, especially the bad
Yes.
things in their lives. What would you say to those persons if they are watching us now?
See, sometimes people do keep secrets. I will cite an example. A male survivor of sexual violence. He may go through sexual violence and he may be unable to open up for fear of ostracism, social ostracism, for fear of hurting his own masculinity, for
Yes.
fear of sheer embarrassment, and so on and so forth. But in general, not opening up can do more harm than good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about it. Just feel free to talk about it. There's nothing to be ashamed of. It's catharsis.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you're depressed or frustrated or angry or facing critical life challenges, just talk about it. If you keep your emotions stifled and repressed and inside you, it will do more harm than good. You might appear calm and collected, but if you're having repressed emotions and stifled feelings inside you, they need to be released. They will eventually need to be released. Otherwise, they can have devastating consequences such as suicidal tendencies. In
Yes.
fact, this is a very important, releasing your pain is a very important defense mechanism to combat internal stress. There is a true story of a young lady who never really opened up. She looked very happy on the exterior. She never really opened up. One fine day she was gone, leaving her friends and family in utter shock. What
Wow.
would you say to that?
Wow.
It's sad, but this is reality. So
Yes.
there is a need to start a fresh conversation. Express yourself. However hard it may be, however difficult it may be, don't keep it within yourself. Share. Even if with one person, share it.
Yes. If you have that one person that you can trust enough and you know that that person will use it against you, speak to that person and then see how best that person probably can assist you in getting professional help, right? I mean,
Absolutely. Seek professional help.
these things will help to deteriorate you internally and then externally become physical pain and we attract all these negative. I mean, look at our heart attack, stroke, high blood pressure, hypertension. These things are really
Hypertension.
detrimental. And when we have it all bottled in and not talking, it takes a toll on us, our body, and we even snap at our loved
Absolutely.
ones, our families and friends around us, not knowing our pain, our hurt. We take it out on them. So we need to talk. We need to vent. We need to vent.
Absolutely.
All right,
Absolutely.
awesome. Now, this conference is about creating a fun, free, and fulfilled life. Now, after your experience with what you went through and what you have seen with others, right? Do you honestly believe that one can love again, have fun again, and acquire that fulfillment throughout his or her lifetime? You think they can obtain all of that in this lifetime based upon what you have been through and what you have observed?
Absolutely, Carrie, and this goes to all my viewers. Absolutely.
Where
Uh,
and how to
Nothing in
start?
this. Sorry?
Where and how can we start?
There is nothing in this life which is permanent, and this too shall pass. Life is meant to be enjoyed because there's only one life. I remember the words of Gautama Buddha. Don't dwell on the past and cling on to the past. Now, I'm saying the gist of it, I'm not quoting verbatim. Don't dwell on the past because it is gone. Don't think too much about the future because it is yet to come.
Mm.
Focus your mind and concentrate and remain focused on the present moment. Live your life like the lotus because life is fraught with challenges. The lotus spreads love. It grows in muddy water, it grows in dirty water, but it spreads love. See for yourself, this love will come back to you 100 times fold. And, well, for instance, uh, yeah, this love will come back to you 100 times fold. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing, I'm hearing.
Yes. Uh, do not expect too much from life. Life will give back to you 10 times fold. And there are many people who are not as fortunate as you are. So have gratitude. Be thankful to God. Be thankful to God. That is what I have to tell my viewers over and over again. Have gratitude.
Yes.
Born Free. That's the name of a book I've written, incidentally. Live free, stay free. Read my book, Born Free, A Brief History of Man. So that will tell you more about my own struggles and how I have put my faith in God and I have believed in Him, Lord Jesus,
Awesome.
and my faith has helped me,
Mhm.
Carrie.
So your faith has helped you to refocus, to reset your mind, basically, and to get yourself out of the condition. It propels you forward. I mean, it's only fair that, you said be gratitude, express that gratitudinal feeling, that attitude of gratitude and be grateful, right? Which is true because a lot of
Yes.
people, though we're down and out and we think life is against us and we've been beaten badly, there are others out there worse who wish to have what we have. So we need to appreciate it and be grateful. The mere fact that we have life says that we can always try again. We can bounce if we just stay focused. If we need help, seek it. There's no shame in the game. Seek it. There's nothing wrong with that. Just that attitude of gratitude is a start, right? And you said don't dwell
Right,
on the
Carrie.
past. It's like the stories. Don't dwell on the past. Don't keep having your mind replaying these things over and over again. Manage your mind, manage what it's saying, and not let it hold you back or cripple you in any way. Yes? And that comes to the
Yes.
question of forgiveness now, Neil. It is said that forgiveness is for the one on the receiving end of the earth, the one that is in pain, right? Than the one that caused the hurt or the pain. What is your take on that? The power of forgiveness.
Forgiveness. Now, that is a very difficult question and a rather contentious one, actually. So, my answer would be no and yes, Carrie. Spiritual gurus have said, forgive, you will have happiness. Forget, you will have satisfaction. Forgive and forget, you will have everlasting peace within and without. Forgiving is not the same as forgetting. Forgiving is remembering minus the pain. Now, Buddhism says you love your enemy because he has given you the chance to change. I believe in that dictum.
Yes.
And a very important thing when we say that, please forgive me, not the words, please forgive me. It is not always easy to forgive. The weak can never forgive. For forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. It takes an extremely strong person to forgive. Can we expect a survivor of violence or torture to forgive? But there have been instances of Holocaust survivors, survivors of torture, survivors of violence who are forgiven and started new journeys in their life, started new pathways in their life. One example is Dr. Orlando Tisson, himself a survivor of torture, who tells us that we should never, ever torture suspected terrorists. Another example is Dr. Viktor Frankl, a Nazi concentration camp survivor, and also the author of Man's Search for Meaning, a very renowned author, former author. Man's Search for Meaning, that's a book he wrote. He's also a psychiatrist. He was also a psychiatrist. He forgave his perpetrators. If they can do it, anyone can. These are very exemplary instances of forgiveness in one's life, Gary.
Yes, 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 indeed. Because when we hold resentment to somebody who hurt us, that keeps us bound to them, and we want to break that connection. Indeed, right?
Yes, to that link. It's a
Right,
strange emotional link. You can break free from the link only if you forgive.
right, right.
It's
So
not easy for a
yes,
lot of people. It's not easy for a lot of people, but then you can try. You can try to make a beginning in your life and in the
right.
other person's life too.
Yes, awesome, awesome. And we have to remember that we have to learn to forgive ourselves, because oftentimes we blame ourselves for all the things that happen to us. So we need to look ourselves in the mirror and speak to ourselves and say, I forgive you too. Carrie, I forgive you for allowing this to happen or for allowing that to happen. Because sometimes we really take it hard on ourselves, thinking that we are at fault and we are the reason behind what happened or transpired. Awesome. Neil, how do you know when it was time for you to follow your dream, fulfill your purpose in life? Well, what told you that
The
that was
dream
the time
word,
to make a move?
oh, the dream word reminds me of I Have a Dream, Reverend Martin Luther King Jr.'s famous speech.
Yes,
He's
yes.
the greatest Gandhi and King. I've studied Gandhi and King in peace studies, and I think they were the most honorable and the most essential and the biggest luminaries to have walked across this planet. I've studied King, I've studied Gandhi,
Mm-hmm.
and they have taught us lessons in non-violence.
Awesome.
Uh, one particular thing that I remember is non-violence is an antidote to violence. I mean, hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Anyway, that's a separate question altogether. What I'm saying is, former president of India, former president of India. I love talking. When I talk, I can talk incessantly on a number of issues
Well, you,
simultaneously.
we're learning. We're
Sorry,
learning. We're
sorry.
in the process, and we thank you for your knowledge and your studies. Thank you so much for sharing. But you are continuing with the former president of India.
Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam has said, dream is not something which allows you to sleep. Dream
Awesome.
is something which takes away your sleep.
Uh-huh.
So if the dream, the idea is implementable, measurable, cost effective, practical, and beneficial to humanity above all, it's a very good idea to go ahead. Just go for it. Dream and dream big, because the biggest achievers and the most happiest and the most happy people were those that dreamed. The world would never change if it were not for the dreamers.
Right.
From Thomas Alva Edison to Helen Keller and Anne Sullivan to Gandhi to King Jr. to Martin Luther
Yes.
to uh, to a lot of other people, Archimedes, John Nash. There were a whole lot of people who dreamt about the world and who dreamt of of a better and a more egalitarian global order, of a changes in pursuit in
Awesome.
different fields of pursuit. Yeah,
Good. So basically, the former president is saying, when you have a dream and you find your purpose or your passion, it's no time to sleep. It's time to get on the move, right?
absolutely
Time to get
right.
implemented. Get out there. Don't be afraid. Push on. When you're sleeping, you should be working to fulfill your dream, your purpose. All right? You just get sufficient just in case.
Do you know that?
revitalize your body?
Many of these dreamers are the ones who wake up very early, and I'm one of them. I wake up very early, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and many of these dreamers wake up early because they utilize their time to do something constructive.
Right.
The day has only 24 hours, and we have to make best use of that time.
Awesome.
Right, Gary?
So I need to adopt that. I need to adopt that because I honestly believe in my dream, and now is the time for me to get up and get going, you know? And on my WhatsApp status, I had, for years now, I had sleeping under my name. And now I am awake. I put awake as of November last year. So I'm no longer sleeping and dreaming, literally sleeping. I'm now up and about. And it's good to know that you quote that. And it's so related with me and the level I'm at in my life as well. I thank you so much. All right. So now, Neil, we're wrapping up now. Could you give us a power word or power phrase to propel us into 2021 and beyond? Or should I say forward? To push us forward.
Yes, Gary, definitely for my viewers. Before I leave my viewers with the power word, I'd like to say a few simple things about me. One, that what drives me is love for all of God's creation, human beings, animals, birds, flora, and fauna, and love particularly for children. Children are the main asset of our generation. They are future generations.
Yes.
What do I have to say? That the only borders that exist are those in our minds. Progress comes from teaching our children that as human beings we are all equal, and that we must love and respect one another and all other creation as well. For example, animals, birds, flora, and fauna.
Yes.
What is my favorite one-liner? That let us move mountains and divert rivers and oceans with a will to change our world. And now the power word. People could have different power words, but my power word is, well, based on my own experiences and expertise and my own life experience, well, faith.
Faith.
Have faith on yourself, faith in God, and faith in humanity. Thank you, Carrie, and thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Nilanjana. We really appreciate you and for you being here. I keep saying that. Thank you so much, so much, so much. We love you. Continue the great work you are doing. And just press on and press forth. You know, a prosperous 2021 for you.
Sure.
May you have the Midas touch, that everything you touch, everything you seek after becomes successful in your life and in the lives of others you're working with. Thank you so much. But before you go, right, for those who wish to follow you, how can they read upon your work or be a part of your community? How can they get in contact with you?
Well, they can contact me directly, firstly on my WhatsApp number, +91, if people are noting it, 9133096217. My landline number, dial on, that's +913346020657.
Could you
My
repeat the
email ID,
landline? Hold on, Neil. The landline number. We did not hear the line. Could you repeat
+91
+91. Yes.
33
33
460
460. Yes.
20
20
657.
657. Your website?
www.nilanjanasanyal.com.
Awesome. And where can you find
And
your
I
book?
will also you can find my book on www.ieterna.org/Nilanjana Sanyal. That is where it is on. Or you can find it on Amazon Kindle. You can find more about me on the website of the Public Peace Prize, particularly
Awesome.
on that of the 2018 Peace Prize. I
Awesome.
have a separate website to me on that one.
Thank you, Neil. Nilanjan, that is it.
Welcome.
There we go with Nilanjana Sanyal, straight out of India, a lady with a lot of love for the world and for humanity. a lady on a mission, a lady who knows her purpose. And as such, she encourages her to do the same. Figure out why is it we're here and how we can best add value to the world. Thank you, Neil. Again, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you. We love you.
Thank
Keep
you.
up the great work. All right?
I love you too, Gary, and I love everyone.
Thank you.
From a heart full of love and light, this goes out from India to the rest of the world. My best to all the speakers.
Interview. As I tell you, when it comes to Nilanjana Sanyal, it's all about love. That aura of peace. And she hit some point. She said, listen, tap into the energy of the Hertz cross. Get your faith, connect with source. You'll get your energy, your vigor, your fight back when you have that higher self, that God, faith, whomever it is. You will get that fight back whenever you feel down and out, whenever you feel lost and destroyed. Love and respect everything, nature, Mother Gaia, the earth, the plants, fauna, everything, each other. And these are some of the things that landed for me. And I ask of you, whenever our guest present, please to put in the chat what lands for you, what connects with you, what resonates with you. We want to keep the comment section and the chat active. Pose a question. All right? They're here for us, to love on us. And I keep telling that from morning. They're here to share with us and to just guide us along life's journey. All right, so keep the chat, the comment section active by posting what lands for you, what connects with you. What is it you understand from what they're saying? What you get from it? What's your message? All right, we're here to receive messages. And I say open to receive it. All right, to speak about being compassionate, empathizing with those who are in these difficult situations and experiencing these things. Understand where they're coming from. You may not be facing the situation right here, right now, God forbid, but if a brother or sister is going through it, understand what the pain, empathize, listen. To talk about communicating, we need to communicate more and talk. All right? Don't keep things bottled in. Men love to do that, especially those of the Caribbean. They love to keep things bottled in. We need to talk and express ourselves. All right? And these are the little things, and have faith in self, and have faith in God. Wonderful, wonderful, by Nilanjana Sanyal out of India. All right.